Hello, traders. How are you? Welcome to the Friday edition of the support webinar. Let me know there in the chat, guys, if you can hear me and you can see my screen. Testing one, two, three. Did the market scare everybody off? Thank you, Lana. Appreciate it. All right. Get me up, bear with me, guys. I've been catching colds left and right. But anyway, welcome to the support webinar on a crazy day in the market. Once again, guys, this is a support webinar. So if you have any questions about the software, just drop it in the YouTube chat and I'll do my best to answer it for you. Otherwise, we can talk stocks. Thank you. Thank you, Benson. Appreciate it. We can talk markets. We can talk potential bounces. But a dangerous market if you're not accustomed to markets like this, and I know a lot of people really aren't. A lot of traders just really haven't seen a nice bear market. Sector strength today, obviously, let's see, TLT, actually the home builders, XHB is doing pretty strong. Let's take a look at some of the home builders. Lennar, yeah, had a crazy move for some reason. Maybe that was maybe they had some sort of home numbers. PHM, I mean, their daily still looks like crap, but definitely showing relative strength today. Let's see. I got the wave on, but all four charts. Oh, yeah. Let me show you what you do, how you can fix that. Okay. If you only want, do you have it in the docked channel bar? SLB. I gotta sell some of this SLB. I got a lot of it. Just bear with me. I thought that thing would bounce, and I'm getting tired of seeing this thing. I'll give it about 96. I would like to have them docked. Okay, uh, so explain to me, Lana, what you're looking to do. You just want charts, or are you actually in the channel? Are you in the uh, not the channel, but the Market Explorer? Or are you just wanting to have docs with the trade wave in it? Okay, yeah, you're in the TI app. Okay, so let me pull up a chart here. It's really easy. And how many trade wave charts do you have? Okay, so here's what you do. All right, so just go. I'm just pulling up my uh, homework chart here, which I know is already set because I don't want to ruin mine. All right, so let's say you have this on and you have a trade wave chart. Okay, so now if you want to get this into a docked window, what you want to do is uh, right click and go to duplicate into new dock window. All right, so it's going to pull up a dock. Now, docks, you got to get custom. You got to spend a couple of hours just, building docks till you feel comfortable with it, but it's really easy once you get going. So, let's say we have a 15-minute one we want to put in there, 15-minute chart. Okay. So right click and duplicate into, uh, should have probably named this. I'm not sure which one it is. Built another one. Okay. So we're going to do duplicate into dock window. God dang it. Did it again. Duplicate into new dock window. Okay. So now we have two charts here. Okay. And let's say you want a 5-minute chart. So you have a 5-minute chart. Duplicate into uh, two dock window. All right. Now I got three charts in there, but they're going to just put them all across the top like this. All right. So then let's say you want a weekly chart. Okay. We're going to duplicate that into the window as well. All right. So now we have four charts in here. And basically, what you need to do is just build your charts. With the four charts, it's going to be easy because you're basically just going to have like a quadrant, four quadrants in there. So just start bringing it down. Let's say you want the daily up here on the left upper left. All right. So it's going to put it in this whole half of the section until you drop something below it. Now, watch what I do. You can let's say you want the weekly below that. You want to grab this tab and you want to take it and you want to put it right there in the yellow, just on the downside, and it's going to put that inside this docked window. Okay. Let's say you got weekly, daily. Yeah, what else we have? We have a 15-minute and a 5-minute. So let's say you want the 15-minute on the top over here. So you just take it, put it in the upper yellow section there. All right. So now you have basically all your docs in one window. Now you want to name it. Okay. To name it, just right click up here in the margin, in the upper margin, and change title. And you can just call it TradeWave Charts. So now you have, all these TradeWave charts. Now, they're not color coded. They're going to, right now in default mode, they're going to be connected to all your other charts in your layout. And so what you want to do is you want to right click. Let's say you want to color code only these four charts to change when you type a symbol in or when you click on uh, a, a scanner that you may have connected to this. I'm not sure exactly what your goal is with these things, but what you want to do is come in here, go right click and properties. See if I remember where this is at. Bear with me. It's been a while since I've done this. Where is the? Oh, and let's see. Let me go up here to one of these. Okay, bear with me. I used to know where these. Well, no, you can well, first well, no, you can put whatever you want to in here. You're just gonna have to, turn off symbol linking. So in other words, if you wanna watch, like, 4 stocks in here, what you wanna do is go in here and just right click properties, and you want to, uh, symbol linking. Okay, there's your colors. Gosh dang it, I wish it would just have a little parentheses, also colors in here, symbol linking. So if you don't want this to be linked to the other chart, just unclick it. Then you can put it on whatever you want to. Let's say you want to watch Amazon here. See, it's not going to change the other charts. You can do the same thing here. You can go into symbol linking and turn it off, uncheck it. It's not going to, you're, nothing's going to change it once you turn off the symbol linking. If you want them all connected, that's where you find it. You can go symbol linking and you can color code all these to like red or purple, whatever color you want to, if you want them all to change. You got it? All right, Lana. Yeah, I wish they did. I wish they had the colors separate from that symbol linking, but I guess it makes sense. So there you have it. I'll pull this on the side just in case you have any other questions. Oh, I just minimize it. Any other questions about that? But that's how you do it, and it just takes a little bit used to building those charts. Yeah, the wave is good stuff. No, I I do that all the time, Lana. Yeah, the wave is really it's a beautiful feature. It really is. It's nice. It's for those, especially the new traders that just kind of uncertain about where they might want to enter and exit a stock. This is really going to help you. I actually will use it a little bit as well. Yeah, man, I'm actually navigating it pretty good, Circle. I hope you're doing the same. I got into trouble a little bit today trying to pick, some stocks a little bit early. It didn't work out. But excuse me, I made it back in the mostly the hood trade. When I get sometimes like that, I'll find one good stock and I'll show you what I was kind of looking at in this hood. I look for things that are really oversold, especially on the intraday. And what I liked about hood is on the weekly here, you can see it's coming down into the weekly 50 period moving average. It was down like, oh gosh, I don't know, 14% or something like that. Anyway, and I felt the market being bid all of a sudden, so I hit it with a little bit of size, and and that got me back. But other than that, yeah, I've been being a swing trader, unlike an investor. You know, you can really be nimble, and I think the trick is if you're obviously probably going to give back money like in the last several weeks, and that's okay. You're okay with that. What you don't want to do, let's say the market's down 15 to 20%, and you don't want to be right there with it. That's the key. And because I know on a market turn, I can kill it. So what I try to do, if I think I'm down like 6% on the year, so I mean I'll take that as a swing trader. But because I know once the market turns, I can really make that up fast. But no, I'm not going to tell you I've been making money on the in this market as a swing trader. Yeah, there you go. If I had an account where I could be actively trading, I would probably do that. Mostly, I got a couple of 401ks and some IRAs that I trade in, so you can't get all exotics on the short side, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe. You know what? I probably could, but uh, and I will short some ETFs and on the inverse ETFs. I can do that on on one of my accounts. So yeah, I was really upset because I had FAS. I was shorting so hard. On this day right here, I was in it, and then we got that herky jerky move, and I got stopped out. And of course, that's the daily. Hold on, let me put it on the intraday. I mean the daily. That's the weekly. Yeah, right there. I was short on this day right here, and then that's the day that the tariff news came out, and then I got stopped out. And of course, look at it now. And the market is rolling over the lows here, or not shouldn't lows, but trying to. Yeah, the COVID crash. Pretty much the same as I'm doing now. I just, I think the key is, like I said, it's, I seldom, like have all of my funds invested. And that's what I like about being with my style of swing trading. I look for setups and look for a big move. So I'm seldom am I, over 50% invested. And when it gets like this, it gets sometimes down to 9 and 10, maybe I think I came in a day 98% cash. So it and that's what I do when things get volatile. I do more day trading. I used to be a day trader, so that's it's kind of like what I'm doing today. I'll do more day trading and try to make some money that way. Speaking of which, let's see. I got stops in. I don't have very much here. Scalped out of most of this. Amazon's actually been holding up well today. I bought some of that in pre-market. I wish I'd bought more, but I had no idea it was going to do what it did. But that's the key. Most people have a problem perfect circle when the market gets like this. They try to play the same size as they were accustomed to, back during the bull market, and they just get crushed. GME's up today, huh? Huh. What a mess. What a mess of a chart. Well, it looks like a lot of charts. Well, let's see. Now, I would be real happy if silver would disconnect from the stupid spies here for some reason and start to move higher. I've never seen silver disconnect from gold like it has. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, gold's selling off a little bit today, but look at that chart compared to that chart. That's just hideous. I mean, that's just problem is I try to uh I'm probably a little bit too early today. It's a good thing too. I recommend when a market gets like this, go ahead and switch to a weekly chart. You can I don't know, it just becomes, a lot of times you can find areas where, it's not kind of like a showed you in that hood today. You look for those areas where a stock, may bounce. Uh, and really if the market gets really ugly, make sure you have some alerts at key levels, like in uh, Amazon, like right here would be a beautiful level if my Amazon comes down to, and it could very easily, 152 level. I talked about this in my video this morning because I'm not doing the swing picks like I have been doing this trader's eye like I've been doing. Another one is, Apple. I think that's the key, man, is really zoom out to a weekly, and maybe Apple, if it gets down to the 200-day on the, man, I had an alert there. I don't know what happened to it. Probably went off in pre-market. Google. Find you some good companies that you know. You got to be careful with some of the crap companies, but yeah, I think Apple around, I'm sorry, Google around 142 would be, and the reason so, it's got a nice ledge right here, and by the time maybe it gets there, maybe that 200 has crept up a little bit higher, and you could do homework in days like today if you don't feel like trading, or you're not a big short seller. So I'm saying there isn't anything to compare to when thinking historically. I don't know. Well, I've been saying for a long time, we're due a 40 to 50% correction. It would surprise me. I mean, just I really believe the SPY is going to at least get to 500. And if I had to bet, I would even say it's going to get to, pull up the weekly here. Why does it not let me grab that line? But I think it's actually going to get to 480 at least. It's why I'm not getting, stubborn in these trades. I mean, a lot of people see these pullbacks and are thinking, "Oh, this is this," and it could be. I'm not saying not. It's obviously going to go there, but we are due a pretty serious correction. Well, I'm glad I scalped out of most of that hood. In Oklo. I'm surprised Bitcoin hasn't taken a hit. Still could, but one of the few instruments that. Yeah, yeah, that's not a good sign. I know a lot of people are blaming on on the tariffs, but I think it's more the free money that's been flying around here for the last 15 years. Finally, probably coming to a halt. Yeah, I would love to see the silver decouple now, pop above its fast line there. You know what? I'm not sure exactly when those circuit breakers are. Maybe well, let's see. We were down yesterday, weren't we down over 5% in the Nasdaq? Maybe 7? That's brutal. Let's put back on the daily here. That's two ugly candles there. Yeah, I want to say maybe somewhere around 7, 7.5, but I'm not sure. Okay, silver. That's what I want to see. Now just pop above that. All right. Take a look around real quick at the averages. IWM down 5.75%. Let's see if there's anything interesting about this level. Oh boy, not really. No man's land. It's kind of what scares me about the Qs too. They're kind of in no man's land too. I guess you got a level here, but nothing much. Spy. Let's draw the old horizontal line, see what's happening. Right there where it bounced last time, tried to gap down. And below that, you really don't have anything to basically 500 and below. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put stops on those two stocks right there if they can't hold their fast line. I just have a small portion left of what I had. See which sector is getting hit the hardest. OIHs. That's ugly. Well, that's the weekly. Ooh. Where'd I put that? Yeah, that's gone. No, it's below that. Yeah, huge. That's funny. I didn't get stopped out of my. Yeah, I did. Got stopped out of my hood. Probably too tight, but that's all right. Pull up my Armageddon. A lot of times when you get a bounce in the market, I'll go to this Armageddon top list, just basically showing you stocks that are down the most over the last 20 days. Let's see which ones are down the most today. Yeah, this is kind of what it is. This is definitely an Armageddon scanner. Oh man, I had a little too tight there in that stupid hood. PLTR. Yeah. Love's been getting hit too. Put that little trend line in there. Hmm, interesting. Yeah, Trader 77. You gotta you almost gotta play them with size and get out quick. Yep, definitely some fear in the market, that's for sure. What's that, Mark? What's that, 98,000 float? That's crazy. Crazy move. Nice horseshoe this morning. Small arms manufacturing. What's Smith and Wesson still around? What's that symbol? I can't remember that symbol. Well, we're still kind of hanging out near lows and the spies. You got to stop in Tesla if it breaks 240. Wow, AI. Brutal. You're welcome, Lana. My pleasure. Yeah, just we do this every day, Monday through Friday. So be sure to come in here. Yeah, if you have any questions. Crazy, man. I'm in this marrow over there. I forgot all about it, and I punched out because I thought I got stopped out in the. Yeah, I thought I got stopped out on that move, but I didn't. Crazy. Just keep. Oh, thank you, David. Oh, silver. You know what? I'm done. I'm done. I do this about once every blue moon. Trade this stupid thing. I mean, what kind of candle is that? Yeah, not the same as that other small arms manufacturer we just looked at, REB. Yes, it does. Perfect circle. It, it really does. This thing's been holding up well. I don't know why the last couple of days, but I'd sure like to know if it gets above that $8 level. Take a look around at the big boys here. See Google's holding up relative to the market. It looks like it's rolling over. Amazon not doing too bad. Microsoft is kind of, yeah, going to lows. Yeah, there's definitely blood in the street, 77. That's for sure. Yeah, it's, Armageddon scan is just basics in the last 20 days. I'll share it for you, David. It's kinda nice one to have. A lot of times, if you're feeling the market's been getting destroyed and there's a bounce, you'll get a lot of short covering. And I'll see you, silver. Yeah, let me grab it for you. There you go. You're welcome. I think I have it sorted by, maybe you can sort it by however you want to. A lot of times I'll do change on the close and see which ones, maybe, close to turning positive on the day. And a lot of times I'll just go through and add some price alerts, where they may bounce. Seldom. The only time I ever pull it up is when the market gets like this, gets extremely oversold. I don't want to sell which ones have been getting killed, because yeah, because a lot of times you'll, when you do get a crazy bounce like that, yeah, it'll those will be the ones that'll run the most. Not only do you have new buying interest coming in, you have a lot of shorts that are probably, profitable and looking to just take profits. So it kind of causes uh, a crazy move at times. I got a lot of stuff open. I got to make sure what I do with that dock. I close that. All right, we got a couple of more minutes. And I don't see any reason to go home crazy long this week. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. Man, keep it tight. Cash is a position you always hear Steve say. So there's it's very true. Don't feel like you always have to be in the market. It's okay if you want to jump in some stuff and day trade this crazy stuff, but yeah, be careful. Being a lot of stuff long, that's for sure. Yeah, yeah, he's in a lot of cash, David. All right, guys, you guys have a great weekend, and once again, be safe in the market. uh, and that's about the best advice I can give. Yeah, just keep it light. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye bye.